All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know the title of this thing was kind of mastering YouTube. Here's the thing about YouTube. It is one hell of a thing to master. So I'm going through it with you guys. So all I can do from this is just kind of tell you what has worked for me, and hopefully that will work for you. So let me turn on this presentation. All right, perfect. Uh, in the chat, anyone on YouTube right now, put a thumbs up in the chat. Say me, say I. Give me some feedback so I can know what we're working with here. All right, Joe, J Street just launched. Your girl, Cheryl. Who else we got? Trisha Love. Need to work on it. Javon Davis. I'm in. All right, so first things first. We have 35 people on this call, and of the 35, everybody's kind of just getting started. What does that tell you? Agents always, and I've heard it a million times, that the market's saturated. There's too many agents, right? Felicia, you have a question? Felicia, you have a question? None. Yeah, so the market's always saturated. Well, guess what, guys? When you go the extra mile, when you do these things that people don't want to do, and people don't want to do YouTube because it's overwhelming. It is long form video. It is just you and the camera. So it's not the short form, 6 second, 8 second, 10 second stuff. This is long form content. So what I love about it is it displays mastery and authenticity. But there's very little people in this space. So what does that tell you guys? Huge opportunity. Huge opportunity. So let's start with this. How many of you, and again, I'm just giving you guys my needs to update better, need to update it better. Giving you my experience. So Tuesday, I got a call. All right. I got a $20,000 call. I don't know how many of you have ever gotten those, but on Tuesday I got a call, and I'll talk about the process as we go through it. But it was on my YouTube number, right? So I said I have a completely different number for YouTube so that people can reach out to me, and I know where that call is coming from. So I got a call. I missed the call, right? But I have systems and processes in place because you can't always get the calls. I check my messages. It's a guy that says, "Hey, Will, I found a house that I want. I've been watching your channel. I want to buy it," right? I called the guy back, ring, ring, ring. Hey, a guy's name was Cairo. Hey, Cairo, hope all is well. I saw you reached out. Thanks for doing that. And he goes to tell me, "Hey, I found a house I want. I'm actually outside the house right now. I'm about to go see it with the listing agent. And I'd like to work with you, right?" And I'm just like, whatever, right? The listing agent is going to close this, and that'll be that. I said, "Okay, well, perfect. Well, go ahead and take a look at the house. Give me a shout after if you like it, and then we can go from there." Okay. 30, 40, 50 minutes go by. The guy calls back, texts me, and also I get a text of his pre-approval. Guy said, "I love the house, want to buy the house," right? So I said, "Okay, perfect." I ran the comps and I said, "Hey, the house is listed at X. Would you be open in offering this?" And he said, "Yeah." Guy trusted me, right? Because he'd been watching me on YouTube. There's something called a parasocial relationship, and your authenticity, if you do this enough, you're able to come across on video as your genuine self, and people connect to that. Okay. So that was Tuesday, right? I wrote the offer. We got a counter. He signed the offer. He signed the counter. How many times do we work with clients that we know we can't get him to sign the offer? We can't get him to sign the counter. He signed the offer. He signed the counter. And guess what? We opened escrow. Anybody want to guess how much the property was?
1 million.
Close. $950,000. I had never seen the property, never met the guy in person.
Let's go.
Right? So I opened escrow. Went on Saturday to do my Avid Meet the Buyer. We clicked, right? Because guess what? He had already chosen me. And that's the power of YouTube. And that's why you guys need to be in YouTube, because for every person that doesn't respect what you're doing or how you're doing it, there's 10s, 20, 30, 40, 50 of them that do. They just can't find you because you haven't put yourself out there. So who's going to put themselves out there? That's always the question. Who's going to put themselves out there? Okay. So that's the power of YouTube. Any questions about that before I dive into it? Awesome. So the name of this presentation, let me get this out of my way. Because there's a way to do this in terms of, sorry, hold on one second, guys. I can't get this screen out of my face. Okay, I'll just go this way. So 10 steps to create a profitable real estate YouTube channel. So I have two channels, okay? I have one for where I coach and train other real estate agents. I have over 1,600 subs on that channel. And then I have basically a secret channel that I sell real estate on. It's secret because you don't want to promote it to everybody, because YouTube is I don't call it like social media. YouTube is more of a search engine. So again, I only have 400 subs on there, but all you need is one, because it's 100% like focused on what you're trying to do. So these people are real buyers. These people are real researchers. So you don't need 10, 20, 30, 40,000 followers. All you need is one. Okay. So that's the beauty of YouTube. Also, what YouTube does is, again, a lot of us are chasing business, right? You're still calling the same client that told you they wanted to buy 2 years ago. You're still calling that person. I didn't call this guy. This guy called me, so I attracted him, right? When he reached out to me, he wanted to work with me. He had already done his due diligence. Okay. And right now, while I'm talking to you, guess what? That video is still working and attracting clients, my dream client to me. So this is why you want to be on YouTube, because you want to be in the business of attracting. Yes, I mean, we're going to have multiple sources of building our business. But the key is, if you really want leverage and freedom in your business, is to have systems and processes that are working for you when you're sleeping. And that's what this is doing. Okay. If you want to get good in real estate, guys, the in its simplest form, what you have to do is you have to figure out how to get your phone to ring. A lot of us are making outbound calls. I'm glad to say I don't make many outbound calls. The calls come in to me. Okay. And it's because of having stuff like this. So if you really want freedom in your business, if you want to be able to, we got into real estate for financial freedom, flexibility, stability. And a lot of us on this call, you found out really quickly that's not what you get, right? You have an option to have that, but guess what? Guess what the result is? No business, no deals. So you have to figure out a system where you're marketing as you're living life. Okay. So let's start with it. So the first thing you guys have to figure out when you're starting real estate is your channel name. There's some guys with EXP that came in with what's called the living in method. So living in Los Angeles, right? Living in Rancho. I think my name of my channel is living in Los Angeles. Living in Los Angeles, living in Rancho, living in Upland, living in Beverly Hills, living in Chino, living in Corona. Like that's one of the naming methods, okay? And you'll see that a lot. So, and the good news is there can be more than one living in Los Angeles, more than one living in whatever, right? So you have the ability to go out and pick whatever channel name you want. Now, the next step is a website domain, because you want to match everything up, right? So if yours is living in Los Angeles, maybe you go out and try to find that domain, living in Los Angeles. That might be kind of tough, but you can probably find something similar. And that way, everything meshes. Again, these people are coming to you from online. So you want to make sure everything's buttoned up and concise when you reach out to that client, okay? Because they've already done their due diligence. You don't need nothing that's going to throw them off, okay? So another good thing for a website is your name. So they're going to know your name. If you don't own your name, please go out and buy your name today. Okay. Branding. So this is your opportunity, like to brand your channel. I wouldn't brand you because here's the thing. It's not about you. It's about the family, and the family wants to buy a house. You know what I mean? So it's really not about you. So my channel has a different persona, a different brand than myself, right? Because it's not about me, it's about the channel and the experience they have on the channel. Okay. So and also just me thinking as a businessman, I want to be able to one day possibly sell this because this is an asset. You know what I mean? So your channel is an asset. There are channels that are worth millions of dollars that brands pay millions of dollars to advertise on and have access to. Okay. So you want to figure out branding for your channel. The next crucial part is channel setup. When you go to set up your channel, guys, there's a lot of blank spaces. And here's the key. You want to fill in those blank spaces. Okay. YouTube, again, is a search engine. So the more optimized your videos are, the more they'll pop up to the top. Okay. And YouTube is reading everything in your channel so that it creates relevance, because guess what? YouTube wants to keep people on the platform. And if you start serving people stuff that they're not interested in, they log off of the platform. Okay. So respect the platform. And by respecting the platform, set your channel up completely. Here's the key. The hook, okay? The hook. When you start your videos, you have a few seconds to keep that person's attention, because again, your video could be 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, 30 minutes long. And in order to keep those people, what they're doing is they're looking at the thumbnail, and the first thing they want to do is they want to confirm that the video is about what the thumbnail is about. Okay? So with that being said, I think I can show you guys the hook in the intro script, because this is your opportunity to hook that person, also for that person to reach out to you, because here's the difference, right? Um, YouTube gives you the opportunity to basically be a TV star, essentially be a TV star. Here's the thing with the TV stars right now, I can't call The Rock, you know? I can't call Jennifer Aniston and say, what's up, right? Like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? I can't call those people. Well, guess what? On YouTube, if you leave your number, they can and they will call you. They just need to know exactly what to do, because they're so accustomed to watching the stars on TV that they can't reach out to them. Okay. So you have to train them to do what you want them to do. So let me see if I can pull up. Can everybody see this video? You probably can't.
So you're looking for a
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, look no further. Welcome to Chino Hills. Today, guys, on this video, I'm going to be taking you through the shops at Chino Hills. So this is like the premier mall in Chino Hills. But in addition to that, I'm going to be showing you what you can get for 900,000, 1.1 million, and 1.2 million. If that's something you're interested in, well, stick around, because that's what we're going to show you in this video right after this. Let's get to it. First time visiting the channel, you want to know everything about living in sunny SoCal and the suburbs just like Chino Hills, then subscribe below, tap the bell notifications to be the first to learn about the market here in SoCal in cities just like this, Chino Hills. Guys, my name is Will. The team and I, we get calls, texts, and emails from viewers just like you looking to buy, sell, and invest in Southern California. And guess what? We absolutely love it. So it could be 3 days or 3 months. If you think about making a move, shoot us a call, send us a text, or drop us an email. So as I mentioned, today we're in the
All right.
city of Chino Hills.
All right. So a lot of things just happened there, and I'm going to point them all out to you. And then you're going to go back and you're going to say, oh shit, I just saw that. So let me stop the share. So a lot of things just happened there. Okay. So the first thing was they saw a thumbnail and it said something about, what you can get in Chino Hills. So I confirmed that. So in the beginning of the video, I told the people, hey, if you're looking to move to Chino Hills, in this video, I'm going to show you what you can get for 900,000, 1 million, 1.2 million. Okay. So now that confirms what they saw in the thumbnail. Okay. So that's the first part. That's the hook that keeps them watching. Then when I came back from the logo splash, I I told them that we get calls, texts, and emails from clients just like you looking to buy, sell, and invest in markets like Chino and Chino Hills, right? So that confirms that, hey, like I'm not weird by calling them because sometimes they feel weird by calling them. So I told them they can send me a call, shoot me a text, or drop me an email. And guess what they do? You just have to tell them what to do. Okay? Any questions about that?
That's good, brother.
All right, no questions, no questions. I guess everybody has it figured out. Um, Social channels, like I mentioned before, I don't promote. Most people have never seen that. They don't know I have that channel. I don't promote it. For what? For realtors to look at it? If realtors look at your channel, I know you want to, sometimes we need that validation, but you got to throw that out the window. Because when realtors start looking at your videos, guess what? Guess what it tells the system? That's who needs to be watching your content. That's who needs to be watching your video. So that's who is going to send it to. And that's not my target audience. This is where I make money. Okay? So if you want to, post that stuff, you can take clips and post it, but don't send them back to your channel because, agents want to learn, rightfully so. So they're going to come to your channel and just try to figure out what you're doing. You know what I mean? So once you get to a certain point, yes, go ahead and publicize it. But in the beginning, you literally want the algorithm to figure out who your target person is. Okay. And you want to try to rank that. Any questions about that?
I got a question, Will.
Mhm.
Difficult is it to set up multiple YouTube channels? Do you need different emails to set it up, or does it allow you to create multiple channels through one email?
Yeah, so you can create multiple channels through one email. I have two different emails set up for mine. So I have one email that goes with the channel, and then I have my personal for my other channel.
Got it. And going back to your previous thing about that phone number,
Hmm.
did you set up like just you personally? Did you just get a whole new phone with a whole new line, or is that like a Google number? Can you share?
Yeah, so voice over IP. So I use something right now called Grasshopper. So I have a Grasshopper number. But I have a system. I'm trying to convert. That's another thing. The number is very important. I think it's probably one of the last things to talk about. But the number is very important because here's the problem. I've changed numbers 2 or 3 times, but I've had to keep those systems active because people are watching all of these old videos. That video I just showed you guys, I mean, I shot that video. Let's see here. This video was a year ago. Can you see that? But this video has 1.9 thousand views and people are still watching it.
Mm.
4 months ago, look,
Mm-hmm.
3 months ago, 2 months ago, people are this video is still getting views. It's working for me right now as we speak. Okay. I'm just going to change this to 2024 and now it's relevant again.
Mm.
So the number is very important, guys. So right now I use Grasshopper, but I'm switching everything over to my high level system. But you can use Grasshopper, it's like $30 a month, or Google if that's still an option. But I think if you have a business, I don't know if you can get a Google number. So yeah, any other questions?
But just going back on that grasshopper number, you're able to get texts as well there.
Of course. Yep.
Okay, very cool.
Yep. So yeah, text and everything, text calls. And when it comes up on my phone, it says YouTube. So it shows that I'm getting a YouTube call. And you definitely want to have it different because you want to know when that call, how to characterize that, the person calling, right? So I can say, living in SoCal, this is Will. And
Okay.
it just adds validation. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube is its own business. Like it's encased. This is its own business. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how you got to think about it. This is its own business. Every channel is its own business.
Oh, I love that, brother. Love has a question. How many hashtags do you suggest?
I fill it up.
Hmm.
So, I mean, everything I can place in there, I place in there, but I don't think I have more than, it's more of the tags. So it's the tags. So you can have up to 500 characters in that location where you can add tags. So I would use all of those tags. Also, I'm going to give you guys a resource and I'm going to show you guys how to get there. I'll drop the link here shortly. But the optimization used to take me the longest, but now I have a system that does it all for you. So now I shoot the video, get the video edited, upload the video as unlisted, and then I drop it into this system. It scans the video, reads the video, gives me all of the optimizes the video, and then I can just copy, paste, and then boom, I'm ready to go. Has
Hmm.
changed the game. Okay, so AI.
Who edits the video, Will?
My team in the Philippines.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Thank you. I always thank you because you share so much. You're a giver and
Mhm.
you have a servant's heart, and I appreciate that so much about you.
Thank you. Thank you.
If we implement half of what you say, oh my goodness.
Just it's a lot,
No, no,
but yes.
just one more thing. When we don't ask questions, is I think we're just so in tune with what you're saying, every word of it, that there is no time to process the questions because we're taking notes and we're processing. So don't feel bad about no questions. It's just that we want more. So
Oh
if
yeah,
that
yeah. No,
having said that, I just want to clarify that, okay?
and I appreciate that. No, I'm accustomed to it, so no, we're all good. Um,
Okay.
so step number 7, guys, is a shooting and filming schedule. You have to take this serious, guys, because here's the thing. Your first few videos, nobody's gonna see them. And that's just the honest to God truth. No one's going to see your first few videos. So you have to get away from the mentality that you have on Instagram, whereas you get that instant gratification. Nobody's going to see your first few videos, your first 5 videos, your first 10 videos, right? Nobody's going to see them. But also, there's so many different creators on the platform. The platform has to know that you're serious. So the platform rewards consistency. Okay? Consistency, guys. I'll show you. Let me see if I can, let me just share my whole screen and let me show you guys a channel. Okay, hold on one second. And I want to show you guys what happens with consistency. All right. Before I get into that, I always get the question of what videos should I shoot? Okay. So one thing you can do, and this is how I started, top search cities in your area. So again, this is a search engine. So I'm able to go in with this system I have called TubeBuddy, and I punch in a bunch of cities, and I can see which cities have the highest search results. Okay. So for example, if I punched in, Chino Hills, Ontario, Eastvale, you know what I mean? and I can look at the search results. So the search results may have probably came in as Ontario had the most, then Chino Hills, then Eastvale. So what I would do is I would start in that order. I would start making videos of cities in that order. And every time I shoot a video, I would shoot like what you can get for, you have to think about how people search, right? And the search is shit, what can I get for $700,000 in Ontario? What can I get for $800,000 in Ontario? Right? That's how they're going to search. So that needs to be your title. But then also, I always shoot a pros and cons of living in that city. Right? So I'll shoot two videos. I'll shoot what you can get for 700,000 in this city, and then pros and cons of living in this city. And I just keep doing that until I get a hit, until something takes off. And then when something takes off, then I'll double back to that city and make more content in that city. Because what I love about this is the market's going to tell you what they want. Right? Like you're not making the videos for you, you're making for other people. So they're going to tell you what they want. And you're going to see that by the comments, the interaction, the shares, the calls. And then you just double down. Okay? Channel phone system. We actually already hit on this. Video editor. Don't try to edit your own videos. I get it. Don't try to edit your own videos. I've had videos edited for as little as 25, 30 bucks on Fiverr. So it's out there. You know what I mean? So you can go out and find a video editor. It just takes a little time. And here's a hack. Here's a hack, guys. When you're working on Fiverr or Upwork or all these places, your first video, plan to spend a little more, okay? And what I mean by that is you're gonna get 4 different video editors, okay? You're gonna send them the same raw video. You're gonna send them the same direction. I guarantee you, you're gonna get 4 different, completely different pieces of work. And the best one, you continue forward with that person. But if you're hiring these gig workers, that's the best way to do it. Questions?
Will,
Mm-hmm.
do you what kind of or let me start over. Do you use a set photographer? You have someone that you've hired that does all your videos in terms of shooting them?
I do it myself.
You do it yourself.
You
What
have
kind of
to,
equipment?
here's the thing, you have to remove completely anything that's going to stand in your way of being consistent. Remove it completely, right? Most days I just wear a black shirt.
Mm.
And it's because it's one less thing I need to think about, right? Like it's one less, you see what I'm saying? Like it keeps me consistent. You know what I mean? So you want to be able to do everything yourself because the thing rewards consistency. And if you have to rely on a videographer, they could be late, they could be busy, they could be this, they could be, it's too many other variables. So most of my videos, the one you just saw, that's me holding something handheld. Okay?
You're just
That's
using a selfie stick?
honestly, I've used my iPhone. I've used my iPhone for everything, and
Mhm.
I just got this. So that's what I'm saying. And I just got this. It's called a DJI Osmo. But
Right.
here's the thing, guys. People invest in all this great equipment, and you want to have a videographer and all this other stuff. The videos that have done the best have been videos that I literally shot from my iPhone.
Okay.
So literally don't overthink it. If the content's good, people are going to consume it. Okay. I'm going to drop guys a link. If you guys go into my Instagram, so that's I'm Will Higgins. If you go to my Instagram, guys, and you click on my link in bio, I'm going to drop the link if I can get there. I'm going to drop the link, but I have all of my resources there. So tech tools and resources. And this is what I was talking about. This right here, I'm going to drop the link to this. This is Taja. And what Taja does is Taja, let's see here, meeting. You want to download that, guys, because Taja, once you input your video, Taja does all the work for you. So it gives you, let's see if it'll let me sign in. Perfect. Look, so here are the videos I put in. So let's say this one, right? Luxury listing appointment. So I put this one in here. And guess what it gave me? It gave me a title. Okay? Gave me a title. It actually transcribed the whole video. So you can go to Threads or Twitter with the content, right? I can make an ebook from every video that I make. It gives me what that would look like. It gives me my full description, timestamps. It gives me tags. And it'll generate a thumbnail. Questions about that?
I do have a question related to when you're shooting videos. I do notice that sometimes you're like freestyling off the dome, and then
Yep.
sometimes you're, probably have a transcript. How do you determine which videos to do that with, and what are your results when you do off the dome versus like reading on a transcript?
Great question. Great question. Glad you asked it. So for your videos, guys, you're going to find, again, you're able to be your authentic self because you know this, you live this, you do this every day. Okay. But you want to script the hook. So I script the hook. That's it. I script the hook, and then I have bullet points of topics that I want to talk about in the video. And that's it. Script the hook, and then everything else is just bullet points.
Do you ever record at a studio?
Do I ever my office? My
Like
office in my house?
a soundproof studio or anything like that? Do you even worry about that?
No, just the mic. And I will tell you that sound is probably one of the most important things. So sound is actually more important than video. So also, again, if you look at that link in my bio, I have all of the equipment that I use.
Cool.
But also, guys, feel free. We have all the equipment in Upland. We have all the equipment in Chino Hills. So we have everything that you guys need to shoot videos.
That's why I'm asking, because we're putting together a studio at the Redlands office.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to know, how important that was. Should that stop the agents from just going out today and doing their thing and don't wait for the studio? The studio is not going to do it. You're going to do it, right?
Yeah. None of that matters. Literally, none of that matters.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna see your first video, right? Just shoot the video and get better every time. And talk to me when you've made 100 of
Okay.
them.
Well, I know that, question for you, brother. I know that you've invested a lot of time, money, and resources into, you've only been in the game like 6 years, 5 years, something like that, right? So
Mhm.
your investment in like blowing up this platform, like what prompted you? Like where was your like light bulb where you're like, YouTube is the way that I want to take my business? Like, when did you make that decision?
Yeah. When I realized that people can build a relationship with you just from watching you on video, but also when I realized what did they say? They said essentially you gotta be able to make money in your sleep. And I saw where everything was going, where YouTube, I want to be where everybody's not. And if you tell an agent, hey, are you on YouTube? They come up with a whole bunch of excuses. So I said, you know what? That's where I need to be.
Yeah.
That's the short answer. Yep. That's where I need to be.
I love that, bro. And you've networked. I've watched you, bro, over the last 3 years. You're networking with high level YouTubers. Hey guys,
Yep.
I'm telling you, like, you guys should be asking questions to this man because Will is taking this next level. So share with us, bro. Like, where do you see your channel going in the next few years? Like, what's the vision behind it?
Yeah. So guys, so extremely obsessed, and I people how do I say it? People say I'm unapproachable sometimes, but it's because I'm obsessed. And if you're not obsessed, it's hard to have a conversation with me because it's way up here. You know what I mean? And and almost guys, you have to be that way if you want to succeed at something. You have to be obsessed. And I have obsessed over, so I have two channels. I've obsessed over my other channel even more. So my personal channel, and that has grown by leaps and bounds. So I'm almost at 2,000 subs, which again doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. 2,000 subs, right? So probably honestly in the next year, I think I'm going to be at 10,000 subs.
Definitely.
And what YouTube allows you to do, guys, also you see me speaking on stages. I'm practicing on YouTube. I can literally just present, I can come off the top, and all of that I attribute to YouTube. Right? So I'm building a brand. I'm connecting with people all over the world. And honestly, my YouTube community is much better than my Instagram community because the Instagram community are just scrollers. The YouTube community, they will spend money with me. So I'm monetizing my YouTube community because I'm giving everything away for free. So when you give stuff away for free, the stuff you charge for, they're going to see that as at a higher level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1000%, bro, brother. Well, it's 10 o'clock, man, and I know that you took this time. This was gold, bro. Like, I've heard you like speak a lot, dude. I took copious notes based on what you shared. Now it's just a matter of making it happen, right?
Yep.
Bro, you need to. I'm gonna twist your arm until it happens. We need to do a workshop and
Well, my goal is to do
something.
I have an offer that I've been working on where
Okay.
essentially you'll come in and day one we'll put your channel together. Day two we'll shoot your first video. I'll get that edited. And then the following week we get back together and then we optimize and then we launch.
Boom. How do they get a hold of that sign up?
Yeah, so again, this is going to be high ticket, guys. So 2,500 bucks minimum. So if you're interested, shoot me a message. But yeah, that's the type of stuff I'm working on right now.
All right, let's cook. Hey guys, let's give our very own Will a round of applause for his leadership and sharing all these insights. Great call, my brother. I appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Nice. Loved it.
Thank you, Will.